Welcome back to Pinecrest Park. It seems like the solitary herbivorous Ankylosaurus couple is enjoying the enclosure and seems to be most happy with their new home so far. Now, there is been a dilemma. Staff have grown bored of the park. We're seeing gentle giants and herbivorous dinosaurs, and you've seen that exact problem. In this park, most of our dinosaurs are herbivorous. They are not very as active, and they normally sleep a bunch of the time of the day. That gotta say, most of the dinosaurs are Brachiosaurus, Ornithosaurus, Mimus, Stegosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. Those are most of our dinosaurs, which can be a problem. And from staff, we have been told that the Growlons are the most exciting to watch, as they're the most active, and hyper. It gives more excitement for the guests. So we decided that this new dinosaur that we're putting in will be a carnivore. It won't be a small carnivore, it'll be a medium size. So please welcome the Ceratosaurus, a carnivorous medium-sized dinosaur from the late Jurassic period that has a bifrost similar to the T-Rex. Now, as we can see, it's not solitary. It will actually cohabitate with the Allosaurus, but we won't have to worry about that. Now, and we see that it needs cover, pasture, wetland, water, and prey. But we will give them a meat feeder just so the guests can watch them, feed. So, and we actually went to go on to Isla Sorna, but all we found was the dead corpse of the Ceratosaurus that we saw in Jurassic Park 3. Now, we start on the habitat. We first started with the path work, and we decided to do a path work similar to the Ankylosaurus to get some sort of symmetrical for the park. As so far, it's not as symmetrical as more like Willy Wonka. Now we put in the viewing galleries for the guests to see the dinosaurs, because, well, kinda need that. Then we put large electrified fencing. We do not want these ceratosaurs escaping whatsoever. It will lead to a massive breakout, probably lead to every other dinosaur also breaking out, which we don't want this part to dramatically fail. And we put the invisible fencing, as per usual, to give more realism. Then we made this enclosure more some sort of a wetlands, with a bunch of watery type thing and water for the dinosaurs, since it is in their requirement. Then we put their cover with a bunch of forest. Decided to make sure there's some sort of an opening space. Then we put the meat and goat feeder down. We hid the goat feeder away from the guests, just so they don't see the goats just coming out. Then we put more forests around to hide the goat feeder more. Then we placed their nests. And then we placed some grass around the entire enclosure. And that way, it seems more realistic and not as dull as some other enclosures that we have made in the past. And we made sure to put a lot more around the nest than other places. Then we place different plants in the previous two enclosures to give off more realism, as different parts of woodlands have more plants than just one type of plant going around. And we made sure to see it through the enclosure to see like the enclosure is seeping to the guests and not so it terrified or. And then we placed the fencing as per usual to prevent lawsuits. That would be tragic to happen to a family or in the park, because the park's going well. And the fencing was done right this time by having go around the path and not so scattered as previous attempts. And then this enclosure is finished. Now we must bring the Ceratosaurus into this enclosure to see if it's perfect for them or if we need to make some slight changes to make it suitable for these beautiful animals. So let's go ahead and incubate them and bring them in here to see what they actually will do in Sunshine Wild. And now the Ceratosaurus are in the enclosure. Now there was a problem. The female was being active, looking around the enclosure, actually seeing what they offered to them. But the male was just standing there, which we knew was going to be a problem, because we needed the male to actually be comfortable with his new home. But to a great outcome, when the female came over there to comfort the male start moving, start being comfortable with his new home. It's great, and shows that these two might even be the most comfortable with each other of all the dinosaur couples in this park. Now, hope you enjoyed. See y'all next time.